3 matches deep by now. Yo, Boki with the pink pad, that looks cool.
Or is that more of a magenta? What do you call that? I think it's more of a magenta. True.
It's like the colour of Xiao's shoulder pads. That's true, actually. But here we go! Yes. Thank you for waiting. Time. Sorry. Head safe low, launching command grab.
Like, it all stems
From the roundhouse, the downside is the cooldown on it. Right, you really are waiting for Darius to come back. But if you can find it, the offense gets kind of crazy. And the extra health obviously doesn't hurt either. And that's the payoff for Darius. Very few characters can use all of Darius's moves to great effect. Most characters will just use that neutral cameo. The fact that it costs 2 and it has a chunky cooldown, and the fact that they can only really use that move viably, you have to wait. Oh, gets the low though. Boki really has been rinsing that mix-up. Oh, the drop though! Instant punish from VGY forces the break. Now, going for a break with Lao, the problem is no bar to armor for quite some time. And no Goro either. When Kung Lao has no bar and no Goro, he becomes a different experience. So much less threatening. Yes, you have to deal with, still, the back 3 mix-ups perhaps. Boki just did MD jump flawless block. My goodness. We do have Darius. There's the overhead. We spend it. And actually, that's 950. It's 950. You're dead. No way. You're dead. Oh, the EX to make sure. Hey! And in between rounds, cooldown will be allowed. So by the time we start the next round, half of Darius will be ready. It's actually quite a long combo. Yeah, it makes sense. I actually quite like that. Because obviously, if Darius gets hit, he's down for ages. But if you do the combo to bring him back, there isn't a huge amount of time you have to wait. All right, now the question is VGY going to wait for the breaker before trying Darius again? Because Darius has locked and loaded. However, Boki, 3 bars a meter. There's the interruption. Because it absorbed a hit, though, no launch. Now, there's a break there for Boki again. He just put it back. Nice overhead. Oh, the meaty. No breaker. Another drop, but this time Boki recognizes, doesn't finish the string. Keeps it safe, even on the drop. So many of these buttons are working out at the moment. We're going to drop it. This gives us mix-ups, fast, unreactable mix-ups, plus frames as well. Answered back with the armor. VGY tries to armor instead, or get the button out, I guess I should say. Didn't get to break in time. And Boki manages to secure game number 1. Now you can see the patience that VGY is having to show, right? Because this is like frame 1 armor. And at armor, again, we have to remember, on hit, it's a combo, a full launch, and on block, it's block advantage because of Goro. So VGY, there are so many situations that you have to respect it. You have to hold it. And Boki knows when to do it and when to know that you know and do something else. Let's not forget as well, Boki had to make some impressive reverse sweeps yesterday. Like, the composure of this man is unbelievable. And when you pair it with Kung Lao, who is all about momentum, we're going to enforce the low now. Even more of it. The overhead blocks there by Boki. Lovely throw tech. We're punished, though, from VGY, and that's going to open up big damage. Boki, from this point, we're going to cash out. Oh, no! Ended up behind. I think he went for the overhead flip, but ended up behind Boki in the air, because that was the back plus cameo input. I think he maybe just ended up on the wrong side. Unfortunate input error, but VGY still in the lead. Unfortunate drop. That would have ended the round. Oh, punish. No punish. Quite surprised, actually. There are a few weird interactions in the corner where if you dash too far forward, for a split second, you might be the other side. Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. Oh, we get the axe buff, though. So does that mean we see the overhead into Darius? Oh, never mind. We just hits right too. Ouch. Now there is Darius ready again. With no axe, though. It depends on what kind of mix-ups VGY wants to apply here. There's the armored interrupt for yet another time. Goro. Always a threat here. The extra last-minute overhead. Now, Boki has to be careful. Probably will build a break before the end of the round, but... Oh, there is the perfect time to armor. Not only did he hit Shao, but Darius got clipped as well. So he's going to be out for the count for pretty much the rest of the round, I would say. Now, Boki bringing it back. Darius has only just started to regenerate, by the way. It takes that long, which means that cooldown is going to be even more savage. VGY has to be careful. Anything that has a gap interruption. That's it. That actually is it. That's the round. Fatal blow. Oh, there it is. Just making absolutely sure. And Darius comes back in. We see him again anyway. Who'd have thought? Anything that has a gap in it, you have got to be so careful when your opponent is Kung Lao and there is a Goro locked and loaded, because that becomes a full combo that you have to worry about. And now, equalizing things. 1 game apiece. And it's a game of momentum, as is Mortal Kombat 1. This game is all about whoever has the momentum, the nature of assist-based fighting. It is such a snowball game, especially with these kind of like more aggressive teams. Lao, Goro, especially. But I think the main thing, though, is that life difference. Like, we start the match, and VGY's got the life lead. Yeah. Even without having Darius gives you more HP. So that alone is useful. Now, Goro does get clipped here. He's going to be on cooldown for a bit, so you haven't got to worry as much about armor. However, now Goro should come back. The bait there from Boki, waiting for the wake-up, and is now ready to punish. Can apply mix-ups now. We've got good meter. We've got good positioning. We've got Goro. Oh, long range overhead. Oh, nice damage too. Not too shabby. I actually love that choice well from Boki. I think Boki did the overhead into the armored move, so if you went for the interrupt, you'd still get hit. And obviously safe on block too. Alright, we're going to confirm. Shao having way more health than Lao means that he does have to hit you considerably less. The defense there from VGY getting hit by absolutely nothing. Pretty impressive. Let's be careful though. Oh, gets the throw punish. Now Darius is there and Boki doesn't have a breaker. This could be a one reset into death round. Unless there's no Goro. Boki forced to deal with him. He's still -7. It is still safe. That's it. It doesn't even matter if there's no Goro because it is safe on block versus most things. We have to remember most of the time if you have Goro, it's plus, right? So at least it's still your turn. In that instance, maybe not. But a good round for Boki. That was actually really clean from Boki, to be honest. Now, as the corner again, Boki has got so much mileage out of the corner. All right, reverse throw. Again, VGY has to keep his offense on block extremely simple because there is always the threat of armor with Goro. Anything with a gap, you're taking a full combo, and VGY knows it. Now, the backup sweep, catching a button press. Not a huge amount of damage though. It tries to interrupt. And that adjustment, because VGY did interrupt the overhead into the hat for the launch before, and Boki remembers it, and is really trying to deter that option, spending the bar on offense just to stop it. And I will say, this is pretty much looking all Boki right now. Not the most explosive round, but Boki in full control. There's just such a threat of the armor, it has completely crippled VGY's offense. When's the last time we saw something into Darius, for example? Just not finding the opportunity, I think, yeah? Maybe now. There it is. Asking you shall receive. No! Didn't get the pickup. That's an expensive drop. That low does look like a rather demanding link. Sadly, I'd seen VGY try it one other time on stream, and I don't think got it there either. That has to be considerably harder than the overhead, I'm sure. But now, wait, that's it. That's it. That's enough. Fading a drop, of course. Yeah, sparing the fatal blow, making absolutely sure. To be honest, that might not have been 1000% necessary, but Shao's fatal blow is not the most universally helpful fatal blow in the game, right? A lot of startup, it has decent range to it, but outside of combos, you're not really going to hit it. You know, it's too slow to be a whiff punish. So if you can, yeah, and obviously it did build for some time for the Darius to come back too. So to be honest, I definitely agree with that fatal blow. We're going into the next round with almost 3 bars. The armored interruption, and that is why the armor is so scary. Whiff punish though. I think that's like the third time that VGY has... another... I think that's the third time that VGY has called Darius, and Darius has been hit out of the startup. Like, that is so unfortunate for him. That is a rather tragic drop for VGY, though, because that was so much damage, and not only that, but being put into the corner by the rest of it from Boki. All right, Axe, power up. But not a lot of health left. You have to worry about those armored reversals. Boki, letting it rock. Just letting the Axe disappear. Play carefully, play safe. Mix-ups one. The whiff! Oh no, Goro got hit too! That is some damage right there. Ouch. But there's 3 bars of meter, and you know Boki's looking to spend it. Oh my god, the dashing grab! But that's because you know you have to respect the armor. Boki. Playing such a scary game. Does that kill? 950 health, I think it might. Just enough. Good lord. Just enough damage. You can feel the stress on both sides here. No, the anticipation when Lao has armor. Boki trying to stay out of range of things like standing 2 or whatever else. There is so much waiting for the opponent to make that first move so I can take advantage of it. No one wants to overcommit. Oh, a misspaced Goro there. This time much better. Gets a full launch. Cash out that damage. Ugh, decent. Actually, is that? Yeah, that is a life lead. I was about to say, as a 200 damage combo from round starts, like, has that actually evened it out? Boki barely has a life lead after hitting 1 combo. Isn't that a little bit mad? The punish. Missed that before, but VGY gets it this time. All right, this time we set up. Oh, Oh, the good block there from Boki. Defense. The tricky low overhead takes the armor at the first available moment. That was actually a really good answer. Boki has, I've seen him fight Darius before in various forms, so he does know of the low overhead. Overhead though, no breaker available for VGY, and you actually, no, you can't, the first hit. I don't think that kills. I think it's close. You got too much health. This would kill a lesser being, but Shao, the 1150 Shao. Different, indeed, literally in this case. Yeah, if that was any other character, that would have done enough. Even base Shao on his own. Oh, the overhead. Boki's so good at enforcing that back three mid. You have to remember, there's a safe overhead, safe low. There's a gap in between, sure, but on wake up, good at timing it, so you just have to take which one's it going to be, overhead or low. And forcing off the plus Goro so many times as well. It's a very effective style of offense, and Boki looking good so far. Round away from tying it up, but VGY still 2-1 up. Darius there as well. Do we see him? Will we get the chance, I wonder? And hand to hand, I'm not sure. He's still going to have the overhead low somewhat. There they go. There's the armor, and that's why VGY wasn't really letting it rock. That being a consistent answer, you're going to take 300 damage every time there's a gap. That's why VGY has to be so cautious here. Because Goro's about to come back, and we've got 2 more bars. Counter hit, though. That's going to be damage in the corner. Do we spend Darius here? No, we save it. I mean, VGY backs off so far, and it's still in range for the Shaolin Shimmy. Sweep. Watch out, though, because there's armor. There isn't Goro, but we are getting kind of tender in the HP department. Down 1. Sweep. Doesn't want to overcommit to something into Darius, though, because if Darius gets clipped here, you're going to take even more damage. But you really are playing with fire. Everywhere we're seeing these throws commit could have been armor on paper. You have to always worry for it. There it is again, Goro making a plus. There's the throw again, Boki. He can afford to take the throw. He can afford to take even another one. 10 seconds on the clock. Time is ticking away. What? Another throw. This one's a counter hit. This is suddenly... Wait, who's got the lead? Now definitely Boki, and the back three once more to occupy and bring us to our first game 5 of this top 8. The critical mistake VGY made there was 10 seconds on the clock.
He went in. He had enough of a life lead that he could have stressed you out. He could have baited something. He could have backed off. The second he went in and ate that throw, he was immediately in a bad spot. Now sticking with the Shao Darius all the way, but Boki manages to find the launch with Goro immediately. Quite a life lead to be sitting on. Into that corner, but the armor on wake up immediately. VGY wants nothing to do with it. Getting hit by so many of these throws. Almost every single one Boki has done has been unteched. Again, doesn't want to overcommit to the gap. That is where you die. Enforces are low. That's going to be free axe power up. But there's the armored interrupt. Zana again, no, too much health. Too much health. But it's dangerous still. 1150 is so much life. Oh, but the dashing into the grab, Boki has really found that next layer of discomfort for the opponent, right? Dash up grab, because you got to respect the armor, and Boki now, match point. The low connects again, immediate breakthrough from VGY. Does not want to lose that 300 life. Needs to keep something that resembles corner positioning, but the threat of this armor is always there. And the mix-ups being applied off that back three. Armor, can't punish it though. Even without Goro, that's safe against Shao. Rare footage though, Boki also has no meter. So the armor, not a threat for now, but gonna build it up on this offense at this rate. Damn, overhead. Another overhead, but this one interrupted. The launch immediately though. This will give VGY not quite the lead. Very much a last chance scenario for VGY, so he's got to make this one count. My goodness. Didn't get the full launch from it though, but that was a clean anti-air. Good block on the low from Boki. The axe goes down. That's now going to introduce the overhead low game. Boki is not getting hit by overhead nor low. His blocks on them have been absolutely superb. Channeling that inner MKX. Standing two's going to whiff. Another throw. Boki's grabs have just been so good all series long. VGY has got to be very careful. That could have been armor. You have to respect it. Boki, the fearless Kung Lao. Again, the time is ticking away. No way, does that connect? Did he buffer that? Was that a buffer? Was that a buffer fatal blow? It must have been. Whatever it was, stick it out at that distance. Whatever it was, it worked, and VGY secures the round. And look at the meter. We're pretty much neck and neck going into this final round. Loser's side top 8. But Boki, 2 bars a meter, 2 Goros. That's 2 armors to play with. Darius is ready as well. We are locked and loaded, ready to go. All right, Goro 1 gone. Boki able to keep his first bar of meter on that one, however. Standing 2's going to whiff. Looking for it. Another armor. That's going to force the breaker. This has been a perfect start for Boki. No commitment. VGY tried to get the confirmation, but missed it. And the crowd's definitely back in. Boki here. The sweep. The mix-ups. And now you are in so much trouble. The throw counter. Hang on. Boki was pressing. No last breath. No meter for last breath. And Boki's gonna take it over VGY. Last game, last round, and staying alive here at UFA. What a round. That was a perfect Boki round. Get that corner, and then it is time to mix. Kung Lao. So many overheads, so many lows. But you know what I love about it, though, is especially off of that back 3, right? The back 3 overhead, the back 3 low. It's a true 50-50, but there's normally a gap in between the first hit and the second. You know, so that the mix-up point, there's normally a gap for armor. But on meaty, he was so good at making it, so just the overhead or low would hit by